we're releasing a new solution for IEP translation. It's a big problem for school districts, right? For those of you who don't know, it's an individual education plan. What it basically is if a student has some form of impediment to their learning, some sort of obstacle to their learning, the school has to put a plan in place for how they're going to address it. These documents can be rather lengthy, very expensive. And the problem is that all of the providers that create these documents, in other words, these systems that help you manage it, and there is a lot of legal boilerplate, and they help you manage that state by state. Amazing service, really good. But I get it. They have intellectual property. So they lock up their PDFs. The PDFs are uneditable, if you will, because it's their IP. I get it. It's their intellectual property and they don't want you to break it. But what that doesn't help is the families that need translation. And again, there's a handful of states that require it, and they require you not to use machine translation as well. There's a bunch of other states that say it's okay, but you have to have a human review. So it's interesting, some of them are actually getting into the weeds of translation process. But the big piece there is that a lot of budget was going to breaking that PDF and creating a workable Word document so that translation management system tools could be used. So this is a really good case for AI. Can we use artificial intelligence to break down the document and create a simpler format, translate it, and then save all of that budget, but then also have the ability to use either, in our case, a neural machine translation engine that's trained to handle that content, and then a human in the loop, or for some school districts that don't have the money and their state doesn't prohibit them from using machine translation, to use machine translation. We always say if people are doing that, they should also provide an interpreter, so that way, if that requires clarification, that, and that could still be a lesser expensive way of handling it, right? But again, what did we start with? The problem. There's a teacher, a student, and a set of parents that need to communicate about something that's pretty complex and pretty darn important. How do we reduce that budget and reduce that timeline? So that's essentially what we solved.